Hey everyone, it's your girl Cheryl Nicole, and today I'm back with another body butter tutorial. This will be my most recent and updated body butter tutorial, being that you guys thoroughly enjoy my first and second one. If you have not watched that one already, I will reference it in the video and also in the description. This will be a very detailed tutorial on how you can start making body butters and make profit by starting your own body butter business. This video will be broken down into chapters or sections to make it easier for you all to maybe skip around or come back, or maybe you just didn't grasp everything that I said within the first part of the video. So just make sure that you are referencing to the chapters, because I'm going to be talking about the ingredients, its benefits, my vendors and sources, and of course, step-by-step process to make your own body butter formula. Let's get into it. First up, we're going to talk about my source and vendor new directions. I received my Shea Butter from New Directions. I absolutely love it because if measured correctly, you can actually get a lot of body butters and results by using this. You also want to make sure that you are utilizing a measuring cup as well as a kitchen scale. However, I don't have a kitchen scale, but I do just use the scale that I have for my shipping boxes or whatever to properly distribute the shea butter as well as the oils when I'm making my body butter. Next up, we have the vitamin B3 or the niacinamide powder. I absolutely love it because you know that niacinamide helps reduces blemishes as well as like texture skin and things of that nature. So if you want to just spruce up your body butter, then listen, you may just want to go ahead and secure this product because, honey, go do your research. I'm just a messenger. Let's move on. Of course, you're going to need your emulsifying wax. And before I even get into that, the emulsifying wax will help you bind your water, your oils, and your shea butter together. It will help all of these ingredients stay together without separation. If you do not use this active agent in your body butters and you notice that your products are not combining well, then you know that you have missed a step. And it's super important that you just start from scratch and make sure that you incorporate this truly and very important ingredient in your body butters or body scrubs, because like I said, it's a binding agent. And it also came from Wendy Point. And when I say I stocked up, my last restock, I stocked up. Like, if I could find a cart just to show you guys about how much I spent and paid over time, then I will. You're gonna need a jar or jars. Personally, I used to use containers and packaging. However, over the holidays and lately, their shipping cost has been out of hand. So I went to a local store, Michael's, and I found a 12 case of these jars for about $5 to ship out my latest products. And listen, it's getting the job done and I like it. They're similar to the original containers that I would have. It's just a little wider, so it seems a little bit more compact, but it still equals out to be 4 ounces. Michael's 12 pack, $5.99, I want to say they were. Go ahead and secure yours and check around Hobby Lobby and Michael's for different containers like these before you spend a whole lot of money on shipping, especially if you are just starting out. Also, going to need some measuring cups. I got these measuring cups actually in a pot set, and I absolutely love them because they do the job that I need to be done. And yeah, make sure that you have a preservative, because you do not want your body creams or your body butters to grow bacteria like mold, just any bacteria, especially when you're using water as an ingredient in your body. You want to make sure that you are doing everything in your will to prevent any growth inside of your product. So I know that was a long rant, but I'm trying to help you guys out, give you a little insight on where you can get some things from. And now we're going to jump right into the part and the main reason that you're really here. Let's get to making some body butter. Now, this is what you call the double boiler method, and this is how you're going to melt your shea butter. Make sure that you have a kitchen thermometer in hand so that you can take the temperature of the body butter when it's time. I will be using my best judgment before adding any of my preservatives. I'm going to make sure that my shea butter is cooled down, and let's get started. First thing first, before you start to handle any of the ingredients, you want to make sure that you are using gloves, because you are distributing these products to your customers and you don't want to be using unsanitized hands. So please make sure that you are washing your hands and using a pair of gloves. Make sure that you have an extra pair on hand because sometimes your gloves will tend to get oily and you will need to exchange them. To properly measure out my ingredients, I'm going to make sure that I'm using a measuring cup so that I don't overuse the shea butter. Upon opening, this is what the shea butter looks like. Pure white, which I love. Because you know, some butters such as mango butter, they do carry a tint, but however, once you whip it, it does turn white. I'm just going to go ahead and take some of this shea butter and transfer it into my measuring cup. This is the easiest way for me to transfer my butter instead of messing up unwanted dishes. So I will change this glove. I know you may be wondering, how will you know that it will equal out to 12 ounces worth of butter? My butter, when I'm pouring, is like a melt and pour, so it's not solid, and I am able to distribute more into one container than I would if I was using the piping method. As you can see, my shea butter is melting down pretty well. First, I went ahead and added my arrowroot powder, which will reduce any oiliness. I started implementing my oils. I use almond oil, jojoba oil, as well as rosehip oil. Remember to add your emulsifying wax because this will act as your binding agent. I'm going to give all of these ingredients a great stir so I can make sure that everything is binding together really well before going into the freezer. Now you see me heating up my glycerin and my water mixture to be added, being that this will be much of a pour body butter, so it won't be so solid and hard for me to transfer from the container into my plastic jars. I like using this method because it helps me get great results, and I'm able to get out as many jars as I need because I am making sure that I'm not wasting any of the product, and it does go a very long way if you are measuring everything out as needed. Here you will watch me transfer my liquid into this measuring cup because I like to put the measuring cup inside of the freezer, being that I am making a smaller batch. I'm going to give this a good stir one more time before I put it inside of the freezer. And I'm also going to stir in between maybe 15 minutes while it's in the freezer so it's not too hard and everything is given a good mix. I did set a timer for 15 minutes so that I can go in and give everything a good stir, simply because I don't want anything, or I don't want my edges or the bottom to get too solid, because then I feel like it's going to be impossible for me to work with and get the results that I am looking for my personal batch. Like I said, I am, and you will see me pour my body butter into the container once I get it to the desired consistency that I would like. You're going to now see me go in with my niacinamide or vitamin B3. This particular ingredient helps replenish the skin and reduces the appearance of what we call strawberry legs. I absolutely love this ingredient because it has a lot of great benefits, and I decided that I wanted to incorporate it into my body butters, being that it's safe and it'll be more beneficial. You want to make sure that you are adding a preservative into your body butter. This is the one that I use personally from Wendy Point, and I will link all of these ingredients down in the description box. But this will help my body butters eliminate any bacteria. I won't have to deal with any bacteria or any growths inside of my body butter, which you want, because it extends the shelf life, and it's much safer for your customers. These are my flavors or scents from Get Suckered. They were about $7 a piece, which isn't bad because I paid literally like $1 and something for shipping, and it came extremely fast. Being that I am making a smaller batch, I decided to just drop my scents inside directly into the containers and just give it a good stir before letting them harden overnight and be shipped out to my customers. This is what my body butter looks like before it begins to harden overnight. I did leave this body butter out for about 78 hours in the jar before I actually ship it to my customer. And this is what it's giving. As you can see, it will bring lots of moisture. But this is freshly poured into the jar. I just got some left over in my measuring cup just to show you guys how moisturized my arm looks once applied. Super excited. And guys, it turned out really well. It leaves your skin soft and smooth. This was the finishing result. As you can see, the Body Butters has had some time to settle and get hard before shipping out to my customer, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.